2018 American Quarter Horse Association Racing Champions ceremony, live from Heritage Place in Oklahoma City.
Welcome once again, everyone. Good evening and welcome, as the announcer said, to the 2018 AQHA Racing Champions ceremony. I'm Dale Day, your Master of Ceremonies tonight. Please give a warm welcome to our host as well, Janet Van Beber, AQHA Chief Racing Officer.
Thank you, Dale.
We have some special guests in attendance with us tonight, deserving of welcomes this evening, so we'll give those out right now to AQHA Executive Committee member Norman Luba of Louisville, Kentucky. Also here, AQHA Second Vice President Butch Wise of El Reno, Oklahoma. Yes, you can applaud. It's okay. And AQHA Executive Vice President Craig Huffines. Also with us tonight, newly appointed Oklahoma Secretary of Agriculture, Blaine Arthur, is here. Once again, we are very happy to have all of you with us here this evening for this special night. Before we get started, we have been asked to announce a very important meeting regarding changes taking place in the upcoming season at Remington Park here in Oklahoma City. Janet has more information on that.
To tell you briefly, the American Quarter Horse Association has endeavored to encourage jurisdictions to do hair testing as a deterrent from using prohibitive drugs. Oklahoma has taken the lead on that, and we are so appreciative. We are appreciative of the Oklahoma Horse Racing Commission, Remington Park, and most particularly the Oklahoma Quarter Horse Racing Association and Debbie Shaw for facilitating the condition of entry hair testing at Remington Park. So this is cutting edge news, and this will be a new plan for all horsemen, and we feel it's very important that those of you who will be participating in races at Remington Park come to a horsemen's meeting at 8 o'clock in the morning to give you the details about what needs to be done with the horses entrusted in your care so that you're ready to run at Remington Park. So we'll look forward to seeing you at 8 a.m. right here in the Sales Pavilion tomorrow morning.
We'd like to explain now how the winners of this ceremony have been selected. The champions ballot for each equine category, they're determined by a collection of criteria. Some automatically make the ballot based on earnings or wins. Additionally, others may be nominated and voted onto the ballot by the AQHA Racing Committee. Some horses that may have been eligible were removed from the list of contenders in accordance to AQHA's awards and media policy as the association endeavors to support the integrity of our sport. Members of the champion selection subcommittee then meet to review the finalists, and then they cast their ballots to determine each champion. Ballots for breeder, owner, trainer, and jockey of the year all consist of the individuals with the best overall placing according to money earned, races won, and performance in graded stakes races. Winners are likewise chosen by the champion selection subcommittee. This same process has been utilized in determining the contenders now for many years. Subcommittee members are elected by the AQHA Racing Council and Racing Committee. To ensure fairness, AQHA rules mandate geographic diversity among the subcommittee members. Individual voting results will be made public at the conclusion of tonight's ceremony. In each category tonight, we will present the ballot and announce the winner. A complete list of stats for each contender is available at aqha.com/racing and in the Racing Champions program. If you are accepting an award on stage tonight, we'll ask you to come up to the stage as quickly as possible once we announce your name or the winner's name. As soon as you've taken your award photo, Janet will then ask you for your comments on the award. At this time, we would like to invite AQHA Executive Committee member Norm Luba to the stage as we start the awards presentations. And now, let's meet the 2018 champions. We'll start in the category for 2-year-old Colt. In alphabetical order, your contenders for the 2-year-old Colt champion are Ali Babe Foose, Cadillac Cash, Dominion Cartel, E.B. Rapidito, Texas Classic Futurity winner Flying Cowboy 123, 7-time winner La Rapid King Judea, Long Wagon Hoe, winner of the Oklahoma Futurity, Moonflash Numbers, Sunnyside, who won the Heritage Place Futurity, and Unlimited. Your 2018 champion 2-year-old colt is Flying Cowboy 123.
All in line. They're off. And off slowly was Apocalyptical Jess. Out quickly, Eagles fly higher on the inside. Flying Cowboy 1, 2, 3. Long wagon hole in the solid green. And Danger way on the far outside. It is Eagles fly higher. Flying Cowboy 1, 2, 3. Trying to get him in the Texas Classic Futurity. Flying Cowboy 1, 2, 3 came on, but very close to the wire.
And Flying Cowboy 123 did win that Grade 1 Texas Classic Futurity. Also earlier in the year, finished second in the Grade 1 Rainbow Futurity. And, as you might have guessed, is a half-brother to past world champion Cold Cash 123. Flying Cowboy 123 is by Apolitical Jess from the Taken on the Cash mare Hot Cash 123. Bred in Michigan by Carolyn Bay, owned by Paragon Farms, trained by Blaine Wood. Flying Cowboy 123, your champion 2-year-old colt.
Congratulations, and what an exciting race that was in the Texas Classic Futurity. Tell us a little bit about what that meant to you and what this horse's whole 2-year-old campaign meant.
Well, we were excited about the colt from the beginning. He had a couple bad starts, and he come on in the Rainbow Futurity, and we were just blessed to have him win the Classic. It's 2 out of 3 years for us, and I just want to thank Blaine and Trey Woods. I mean, he bought the horse, he trained the horse, and he got us where we needed to be. I'd like to make an announcement concerning Flying Cowboy. We're going to have help the Texas races out a little bit and have it during the Texas Classic weekend of the Paragon Oaks for added money for 4-year-olds and older, plus a breeding to Flying Cowboy if he gets there.
Thank you very much, and what a wonderful blessing to all of us for giving back to the industry. Congratulations.
Thank you.
Now on to the award for champion 2-year-old filly. The nominees: Amending the Bar, Millionaire Flash and Roll, 2-time Futurity winner Jess Fire Chick, Lethal Lil, Linder 16, who won the Remington Park Futurity, West Texas Futurity winner Susie Returns, Wave Her Down, winner of the Edberg Million Futurity, Wicked Affair, the Robert Adair Kindergarten Futurity winner, Woody's Copycat, winner of the New Mexico Classic Futurity, and finally Z. James, New Mexican Spring Futurity winner. Your 2018 champion 2-year-old filly is Flash and Roll.
They're all in the gate. And away they go in the Los Alamitos 2 million Futurity. No surprises so far as Flash and Roll came flying out of the gate. Transcend Seduction, Alley Bay Boost down along the inside. Lethal Lil's also running a big one as Flash and Roll. G.R. Carter is now asking the question, and Flash and Roll, who won the Golden State Million in a runaway, is going to rout the field here. Flash and Roll, so easy.
Flash and Roll, easy victory in that Los Alamitos 2 million Futurity, a Grade 1 event, also winner of the Grade 1 Golden State Million Futurity by First Moon Flash from the feature Mr. Jess Mare's Stylist Jess B.R., bred in California by Julia Hahn Holt, owned by Scott Bryant. Trainers for Flash and Roll, Mike Joyner and Justin Joyner. Flash and Roll also was a finalist earlier in the year in the Ruidoso Futurity, another Grade 1 event. Flash and Roll ended the year with huge performance in that Los Alamitos 2 million Futurity. As the connection is joining us up on stage, Flash and Roll, champion 2-year-old filly. Janet. We will do photos before we do interviews, so go ahead and step up behind the trophies. That's fine.
What a fantastic filly. Who would like to represent the group?
Go ahead, Mike.
Sure. You know what, this filly's been a really nice filly, and we just couldn't ask her to do any more than what she's already done, you know, so she sure made us look good. It's amazing what a good horse will make you look like.
A good horse, a good owner, but tell us a little about this being a family affair.
Well, you know, we're very, very fortunate to have such a nice family. You know, my wife did a really good job raising these boys. and we're very fortunate to have the owners that we have. They're not only good owners, but they're good friends. And, you know, that makes a lot of difference. So we're just very fortunate. God bless us all.
Congratulations on this nice filly.
Flash and roll your champion 2-year-old filly. We now move on for our champion 2-year-old gelding. Again, remember, these are in alphabetical order. The nominees for the champion 2-year-old gelding are Apocalyptical Jess, the All-American Futurity winner; Apolitical Pence; AS Macho, a 7-time winner in Mexico; Blue Corazon, winner of the Ruidoso Futurity; Eagle Coast, the Hobbs American Futurity winner; I'm Just Special V; Just Macho Corona; Just Famous; Rainbow Futurity winner MM 4 in the Morning; Powerful Favorite; and Wakati on Fire. Your 2018 champion 2-year-old gelding is Apocalyptical Jess.
All set for the 10th. They're running in the All-American Futurity, and a fast break for MM4 in the Morning. The extreme outside with Bad Habit Jess in between horses. Pilot Points Moon along the inside. Apocalyptical Jess and Tools in the skies running big. Apocalyptical Jess from Tools in the sky. Then No Mirrors a la Luna, and I'm Just Special V. It's going to be Apocalyptical Jess.
Apocalyptical Jess winning the All-American Futurity by Apolitical Jess from the Hollandaise mare Cassandra Crest. Apocalyptical Jess, earner of more than $1.5 million last year, bred in Oklahoma by Danny Joe Miller, owned by Bill Robbins and trained by Blaine Wood. Apocalyptical Jess also was a finalist in that Texas Classic Futurity you saw a bit earlier, and was the leading 2018 money earner. Apocalyptical Jess, your champion 2-year-old gelding.
Congratulations to these connections. I spoke a moment ago about a family affair. This is a 3-generation of horsemen in your family. As owners, it's a 2-generation that I'm aware of. Tell me a little about that.
You just said it. You know, it goes back a long ways, and it's what we do. It's what our family's done, and a lot like the joiners. It's just what we've done all of our lives, and it's fun.
It's very fun, and it's very special that it's a family for everybody.
Congratulations, very nice horse.
On now to the World Champion Chariot, or World Chariot Champion. The title of World Chariot Champion goes to the winning team at the World Chariot Championships at the Golden Spike Event Center in Ogden, Utah. The 2018 AQHA World Chariot Championship team is Gibson and Wright. Horses in the team are One Famous Secret and Time for Jesse Lee. Join me in congratulating the 2018 World Chariot Champions, Gibson and Wright. The horse is One Famous Secret, bred in Texas by Burnett Ranches. In Chariot Racing, 4 starts, 2 wins, 2 seconds. Time for Jesse Lee, bred in Idaho by Jim Walker, who's also the owner. Chariot race record, 6 starts, 5 wins, and 1 second. The team, trained by Greg Gibson, driver Logan Gibson. Gibson and Wright, the champion chariot team for 2018.
Congratulations. Tell us a little about this team, and it's interesting to me that we have connections up here 2 years in a row.
Yeah, One Famous Secret, my big brown horse on the team, he's a 2-time world champ. He's one of a kind of irreplaceable. And Time for Jesse Lee, he stakes winner in Idaho and everything, made 200-something thousand, and can't replace him either. He's one of a kind. I'll actually have him again next year.
Well, very good. We like to see people who actually value the athletes entrusted in their care. So thanks for sharing that with us. Congratulations.
Thank you.
Now on for the 2018 Distance Champion as we'll go around the turn. Here are your nominees. D.E. Wagon Strawfly, J. Boy A, Mickey Ward, Regards Miracle, Rockabilly, Streak Jace, and Zoomin' Racer. Your 2018 AQHA Distance Champion is Zoomin' Racer.
Coming into the top of the stretch, Zoomin' Racer already applying pressure, and he's trying to take the lead from Mahoney and Tackleberry. Back in third, Let There Be Sound. Along the inside, there's Rockabilly. Late run now from Just a Hillbilly Bone, but it looks like Zoomin' Racer is on his way to victory. He's in front by a length, and Zoomin' Racer powers home.
Zoomin' Racer by Jess Zoomin from the Runaway Winner Mare Racing winner. 7 starts last year, 4 wins, a second and a third, earnings above $85,000. Bred in Texas by Jerry Wyndham, owned by Jesus Carate, trained last year by Juventino Ruiz and Jesus Carate, on the board in 6 of 7 starts, winning the AQHA Albuquerque Distance Challenge, a Grade 3 event, also the Herman Jefferson Stakes, and Zoomin' Racer was second in the Grade 2 Remington Park Distance Championship. Your 2018 AQHA Distance Champion is Zoomin' Racer. Moving on now for our South American champion. Next award earned the title by winning the Bank of America South America Championship Challenge, and congratulations are due to Corona Jump'em MRL.
Cá por fora, mesmo jeito que correu na classificatória. Agora é o Challenge 2018. A largada foi muito boa lá por dentro. O Special Gold Medal tenta a primeira colocação com Panther, Prime Panther, avançando pelo meio. E mais por fora é Champion Down também. Muita briga. Agora lá por dentro o Special Gold Medal e Champion Down. Aqui pelo meio da pista. E agora avançou Corona Jumping. Pegou carreira Corona Jumping. Saiu lá de trás. Cruza o disco final.
All horse racing would be a lot more exciting if the calls were exactly like that, I think. South American champion Corona Jumpin' MRL by Corona for Me, from the gold medal Jess Mare Ipanema Gold, bred in Brazil by Anapuros Corincio E Part Ltda, owned by Harris Portofino, trained last year by Paul Jones, Kristen Watanabe, and Dino Silva Melo. Bank of America South American Championship Challenge earnings were more than $24,000 for Corona Jumpin' MRL.
I have with me Mindy MacArthur, who in many ways is an ambassador for us in our connections in South America. And Mindy, what can you tell us about this horse and his connections?
Well, first of all, thank you very much on behalf of Audis Portofino. We're really happy to be here and receive this award. Mr. Leite actually bred and raised Corona Jumpin', so the horse is really special to him, and it really means a lot.
And we're proud to say that he supported the AQHA Challenge program by bringing his horse from Brazil to Los Alamitos to compete in our race. And that takes a strong commitment in ownership, and we're so appreciative of that. Thank you, Mindy.
Thank you.
On now to the Mexican champion. Racing American Quarter horses from Mexico are making a bigger impact on the sport each and every year. This award is limited to those who were bred and raced primarily in Mexico. First nominee is A.S. Macho, a 7-time winner last year. B.R. Bambino, B.R. Corona de Chevalier. Bye Bye Ma, Gato Mexicano. La Rapid King Judea, 7-time winner. One Rainbow, Princess Henry, Solo Cartel, and Z Real Perry. Your 2018 AQHA Mexican champion is A.S. Macho.
Arranca el Futurity Garañones. Por fuera de inmediato Asmacho a buscar el liderato. One Rainbow en el duelo esperado para esta carrera. Asmacho imponiéndose. Se va Asmacho rumbo a una cómoda victoria en el Futurity Garañones. 7-4. Foto tercero. Así llegan.
A.S. Macho, your Mexican champion this year. California Cartel from the Check 'em Out mare Check This Star Out. Earned more than $294,000 last year in 2018. Bred in Mexico by Arturo Silverbarain, owned by Ruben Falcon Vidal, trainers Rafael Alejandro, IKG Martinez, Isma Martinez, Pedro Torres, and Victor Sanchez. Yes, Macho winning the Coronones Futurity and the Desafío Crianza Mexicana Futurity. A.S. Macho, your 2018 AQHA champion.
We are very proud to have representatives here from Mexico City and Hippodromo. So tell us about your horse.
Well, first we want to thank God for this horse and this excellent campaign that the horse has in Mexico, and has a wonderful team. Ismael Parra is the trainer, Ruben Falcon the owner, and we're very happy. Our father is a 7-year-old, and we say thanks God because he enjoyed for the first time. And well, this horse he's doing well always. He likes the job.
And is now a champion. Congratulations, and thank you for being here.
Thank you.
On now to our Canadian champion as we continue our trek north, where south of the border means North Dakota. As we review the contenders for the AQHA Canadian champion, much like the Mexican division, these nominees are the top horses who raced primarily in Canada. We'll start the list with Albert. Country's Coming Back. Eleanor. Feisty Icon. Ghost Pines. Had to Be Ivory. Ice Witch. Night Fishin'. Timbers Night Rider. And the 2018 AQHA champion Canadian racehorse is Had to Be Ivory.
They're all set. They're at the post and they're off. Had to Be Ivory gets out quickly with Carneros, and towards the rail is Island Vodka. From the far outside, Express Your Desire. Carneros has the slight advantage. Had to Be Ivory now is kicked clear. Had to Be Ivory. Carneros is second. Had to Be Ivory or Carneros. Who's it going to be? Had to Be Ivory has won the Peacock Derby over Carneros. And a photo for the balance.
Had to Be Ivory, also a winner in the Ajax Downs Bonus Derby Challenge, was triumphant in 3 of 4 races with a career-high 107 speed index last year. Had to Be Ivory by Ivory James from the Had to Be Nuts mare Had to Be Fandango, bred in Ontario by Carol and Jamie Robertson. Also the owners, trained by Brian Robertson. Had to Be Ivory, AQHA champion Canadian racehorse for 2018.
Thank you for making the trip from Canada. We appreciate having this international presence at our awards ceremony. I'd like you to tell us a little about your horse.
Well, we bred him, and my wife, son, and his wife, we all do all the work. He's a blacksmith, and he's the exercise rider. I'm the trainer, and we're very proud of him. And I'd like to thank the AQHA for the award.
Well, congratulations, and again, on a family affair.
We'll get back to more divisional honors in just a few moments, but first, we recognize a Dam of Distinction before we move on. The title Dam of Distinction is bestowed on an American quarter horse mare that has made extraordinary contributions to the breed. A total of 54 American quarter horse mares have received this award as of December 31st, 2018. The Dam of Distinction honor bestowed this year to Havana Good Time. Havana Good Time, a 2010 mare, was bred and is owned by AQHA Hall of Fame member Bobby Cox of Fort Worth, Texas. She is by Ivory James, and out of the Mr. Jess Perry mare, Just Celebrating. Her single start in her racing career was a winning effort, and she retired with earnings of more than $10,000. As a broodmare, it is really where she excels. She's accomplished this title by producing in her first 2 foals, both of whom were ranked in the top 10 money earners and both Grade 1 stakes winners. She now has 3 Grade 1 winners to her credit from her first 3 foals. She is both the youngest mare to earn this title and the first mare to earn the title so quickly. Previous winners had at least 4 foals before they earned Dam of Distinction honors. Her first foal, DuPonte, a son of American Runaway, won the 2016 Grade 1 Heritage Place Futurity and earned more than $921,000 in his career. He was the sport's 2017 champion 3-year-old Colt. Her second foal, Nymeria, a filly by Big Time Favorite, won the 2017 Heritage Place Futurity, and to date has earned just shy of $500,000 in her career. Her third foal, Sunnyside by He's a Fast Dash, added to the family legacy, and if you followed the pattern, you're correct, won last year's Heritage Place Futurity in 2018 at Remington Park. Congratulations to Havana Good Time and breeder Bobby Cox, also partial owner, accepting Bill Melson of Cox Ranches.
We had a brief conversation earlier today about this mare, and you shared a quote with me that I really enjoyed, and I wondered if you might share that with our audience.
When Nymeria won the Heritage Place Futurity a couple of years ago, Chris Katulik was interviewing me, and I said, Chris, this mare's going to make sires out of stallions, and she has.
Well, congratulations, and we know that nobody appreciates more than you what an accomplishment this is because of your vast involvement in the breeding program and the number of mares that you have, and to be able to have such an accomplishment with such a young mare is outstanding.
Thank you. Let's have a good time.
I have a question. Bill, who's the winner of the Heritage Place Futurity this year? Oh, so the streak comes to an end. That's a shame. I wanted to get a Vegas future bet down on that. All right, we move back into the divisional honors. 3-year-old Colt, champion 3-year-old Colt for 2018. Two-time Derby winner, EOS Apolitical Win. KVN Corona. PYC Fun and Fancy, winner of the Heritage Place Derby a year ago. Rhyme Chimes. The Cazador. And Walcott. Nominees for 3-year-old champion Colt. Your 2018 champion 3-year-old Colt is KVN Corona.
And away they go in the El Primero Delano Derby. The Revenant started off beautifully from down along the inside. Here's KVN Corona is now trying to rally on King of Appeals, running a huge one to the extreme outside. Yankee didn't break. King of Appeals is now coming up fast on the outside. The Revenant down along the inside. And now the champion 2-year-old Colt of last year, KVN Corona. Black Friday flies on the outside. KVN Corona, Black Friday, King of Appeals, and the Revenant. But it's going to be KVN Corona, undefeated in 8 starts, taking the El Primero Delano Derby.
KVN Corona winning a Champions Award 2 straight years now. Was also second in the Grade 1 Los Alamitos Super Derby and was a finalist in the Grade 1 Ruidoso Derby last year. By Corona Cartel from the Executive Menace Mare Executive Looks, KVN Corona earned nearly $300,000 last year. Bred in Utah by Macaulay Land and Livestock, owned by Keith Nellison and trained by Paul Jones. KVN Corona, your champion 3-year-old Colt.
All of us understand how difficult it is to be the recipient of an AQHA Champion Award. And now, thanks to this horse, you've had consecutive years opportunity to come up here and talk on this stage. Tell us what that means to you.
You know, I probably am starting to understand how rare this is. You know, the mare, we don't have any more colts out of the mare. The mare's gone. And you know, the problem is I kind of want to do it again. And so my wife's afraid I'll probably go broke trying to do that. But it's been a real dream, and he's a great horse, and Paul and his team did an amazing job. And I'm hoping that Havana Good Time will, you know, they'll get together and maybe we'll win the Heritage Place or something like that. So, but it's been a dream come true, and you know, if smarter heads prevailed, I'd probably try to run him as a 4-year-old, but other people were smarter than me.
Well, you know, he's just been a super horse. He's been a great horse to be around. He's just a real star. It was a pleasure to train. Horses like him just make trainers look good.
Congratulations to you both.
Now on to the champion 3-year-old filly category. Once again, the nominees are in alphabetical order. We'll start with Apolitical Lady. DF AJ Greenleaves, who won the Remington Park Derby. Everybody's Talking. Fly Baby Fly. Mooney Blues. And Wagon Chick V. Your 2018 champion 3-year-old filly is Apolitical Lady.
Away they go in the La Primera Delano Derby. An absolutely perfect start for Apolitical Lady and Hard-Headed Chicks. Splendid cause to the extreme outside. Terrific Temptation. Mooney Blues is rallying on down along the inside as Hard-Headed Chick, but Apolitical Lady is full of run here on the far outside. And Apolitical Lady, Eduardo Nicasio annihilate the field here.
A Political Lady made 11 starts from February to December last year, lighting the board in 9 of those attempts, winning the Grade 3 race you just saw, also the La Pacifica Handicap and the Vandy's Flash Handicap. A Political Lady was third in the Grade 1 Los Alamitos Super Derby and was a finalist in the Grade 2 Golden State Derby and Grade 2 Southern California Derby. A Political Lady, our champion 3-year-old filly. Continuing now to champion 3-year-old gelding. The nominees: Black Friday, a 2-time Derby winner. He's Limitless. Hot Stepper, winner of the All-American Derby. Just Move You, Ruidoso Derby winner. Just My Kiss. Just a Cartel, who was a 2-time Derby winner at Los Alamitos. And Pawpaw's Paint, your champion, 3-year-old gelding for 2018. Hot Stepper.
All in line for the night. They're running in the All-American Derby. Hot Stepper got away fast. Pawpaw's Paint. Mid-track, Wagon Chick V down at the rail. Fly, Baby Fly to the outside. He's Limitless. And it's Hot Stepper. Hot Stepper, Pawpaw's Paint. Fly, Baby Fly. Wagon Chick V. And then we have He's Limitless. Paint Your Fate. Hot Stepper, Fly, Baby Fly. But Hot Stepper holds her off. Hot Stepper denies her the Futurity Derby double. It is Hot Stepper, the winner of the All-American Derby.
Hot Stepper, one famous eagle from the Trace Stace Mare Pandorum. Earned nearly $800,000, over $769 if you want to be exact. Bred in Texas by Fulton Quien-Sabe Ranches, owned by the partnership of Hubbard, Southway, Cope, and Rafter W. Trained by Dwayne Sleepy Gilbreth. Lead the board in all 8 starts. Hot Stepper won the All-American Derby and also the Texas Classic Derby, both Grade 1 events. Hot Stepper, your champion, 3-year-old gelding.
Tommy, this is fun. We saw this horse prevail up on the mountain, and then we saw him come down off the mountain and prevail at the end of the year. And the toughest fields that horses face is 3-year-olds. Tell us a little about that.
Well, all the credit goes to Sleepy and his team, and this rider who's just starting to figure some things out. But they worked so hard getting this horse to settle in the gates, and that was his issue. And it was just thanks to their good work that we're here tonight. And I also want to credit these owners. They're the best. This ownership group, you just couldn't ask for a better bunch of guys. And credit to Fulton Quien-Sabe Ranch for raising a good horse.
Congratulations, everybody. Mr. Willis, would you like to say something?
We think it's a very nice deal. It's very nice to have the partners we have. Never a question. We all agree. We buy a Colt. He does good. That's great. If he doesn't, we go on to the next one. We're enjoying it, living a dream.
Good business and a good horse. It's a story we all dream about. Congratulations.
And with this guy here, Sleepy is fantastic. He always handles them great.
You bet. Thank you.
One final word. Did I credit his groom, Antonio Ruiz? Yeah, our unsung heroes.
The grooms often don't get the credit that they deserve because they live with these horses day in and day out, 7 days a week. So thank you, Tommy, for adding that.
Hot Stepper, champion 3-year-old gelding. We now would like to honor some Supreme racehorses, and we also would like to switch out presenters. Thank you very much for helping us, Norm. As we move on to our next awards, we invite AQHA's second vice president, Butch Wise, to the stage to help with these presentations. Butch. A runner that earns the title of AQHA Supreme Racehorse is in very elite company. Prior to 2018, 111 had earned the distinction, the first dating back to 1974. Tonight, we'll recognize 3 more into the Supreme Racehorse group. An AQHA Supreme Racehorse has earned $500,000 or more, has 2 open company Grade 1 victories, and has won at least 10 races. Supreme Racehorses receive a specially designed bronze, and the accomplishment appears on the horse's records. Each bronze is sent to the horse's owner shortly after they achieve Supreme Racehorse status. First up tonight, let's recognize BH Lisa's Boy from 2012, born in 2012. BH Lisa's Boy by Mighty Invictus from the Snowbound mare Apollo Snowbound, bred by Bill Hoberg, also the owner. Earnings of $757,000 plus. Race record 36 attempts, 20 victories, 11 of those in Stakes Company, also 8 seconds and 3 thirds. Grade 1 wins for BH Lisa's Boy. The 2017 Los Alamitos Winter Championship, the 2017 Vessels Maturity, the 2018 Brad McKenzie Winter Championship, and the 2018 Bank of America Challenge Championship. BH Lisa's Boy, our first Supreme Racehorse this evening.
I did reach out to his connections, and they're getting ready for big trials at Los Alamitos, and they appreciate the honor, but we're unable to be here this evening.
BH Lisa's Boy, the first of 3 honored tonight, will also honor Imperial Eagle, foaled in 2014 by one famous eagle from the genuine straw fly mare Genuine Joy, bred by Freda Draper, owned by Christina Robinson. Total earnings of $1.8 million plus. Race record for Imperial Eagle, 20 starts, 11 victories, 5 in Stakes Company. Imperial Eagle, the winner of the 2016 All-American Futurity, and also the Grade 1 2016 Southwest Juvenile Championship for the Grade 1 victories. Imperial Eagle, Supreme Racehorse. Our final Supreme Racehorse is Zoomin' for Spuds, foaled in 2013. Zoomin' for Spuds by Zoomin' for Bucks from the Corona Cocktail mare, A Perfect Cocktail. Bred and owned by Jim Walker, earnings more than $709,000. Career race record 35 starts, 12 victories, 10 of those in Stakes Company. The 2 Grade 1 victories, the 2016 Champion of Champions, and the 2018 Vessels Maturity. Zoomin' for Spuds, also now a Supreme Racehorse. I believe we have Matt Dunn coming up to accept.
Matt, thank you for coming up and accepting on behalf of the connections. Our people in the audience should know we award this achievement when it's earned throughout the year, but we just feel that this is such a monumentous occasion that we should recognize it at tonight's ceremony as well. What can you tell us?
Well, I received a phone call, and Jim couldn't make it. He's not feeling well. He's been having some health issues, so I was honored when I was asked to accept this award, and he just wanted me to let the AQHA know that he appreciates it, and it's a real honor.
Thank you, Matt.
Yep, thank you.
Congratulations to all the new Supreme Racehorses. We now continue with our Aged Stallion division. Moving on here, the champion Aged Stallion contenders, once again, in alphabetical order: Knock 'em Out Cappy, Paint My Pilot, Redneck Ryan, San Lorenzo Corona, and Tarzanito. The 2018 champion Aged Stallion is Tarzanito.
And away they go, and the Go Man Go handicap, and a good start here for Hold Air Hostage and Zoomin' for Spuds. Tarzanito from down along the inside has Hold Air Hostage, has lead. Royalties Authorities running a big one. Zoomin' for Spuds trying to rally on, so is Tarzanito from down along the inside. Has Hold Air Hostage. Tarzanito's making a big run, and so is Royalties Authority. And Tarzanito, the king, Eddie Garcia, wins the Go Man Go handicap over Royalties Authority and Hold Air Hostage and Zoomin' for Spuds. And Chick's favorite, a big run here from Tarzanito.
Tarzanito won or placed in 3 Grade 1 events last year. Was also third in the Grade 1 Vessels Maturity and the Grade 1 Robert L. Boniface at Los Alamitos. Also in the Spencer Childers California Breeders' Championship, the Cypress Handicap, and a finalist in the Grade 1 Champion of Champions. Tarzanito, by Favorite Cartel from the Stoli Mare Ancient Empress, and bred in California by Patricia Vischer. A1A Racing owns Janet Rodriguez, the trainer of Tarzanito.
Tough racing everywhere in the older horse division, so that makes it really special for these achievements. What can you say about your horse?
Well, naturally, like everybody, we think our horse is very talented and wonderful, and we're just really appreciative he's had the opportunity to demonstrate that. You know, I want to tell a quick story. Eddie called me one day. We gave him some time off before the vessel's trials, and he called me up. He said, he breezed him in the morning. He said, George, actually he said, Cabron, this horse took off, and I swear to God, it's the fastest horse I've ever ridden. And I thought about that, and even today, going out, Butch showed us around Lazy and seeing Corona Cartel and all the great horses he's ridden. So we knew he had talent, and it's wonderful he's been able to demonstrate, and we really appreciate the association for recognizing him.
Eddie, can you tell us how many champions you've thrown your leg over?
Oh, can't remember. I can't wait for the next one.
But it is a testament to your ability to judge a good horse. Congratulations.
Thank you, guys. Thank you.
Now presenting the contenders on the ballot for champion aged mare. Apolitical Scout, winner of the Juno's Request Stakes. A's and J's. Jess Hawk. Jess Raven. Kitty Up Cowgirl. Mamacita Cartel, excuse me. And One Sweet Racing. Your 2018 AQHA champion aged mare is One Sweet Racing.
And away they go. And a good start for One Sweet Racy down the center part of the track, and Glen Ellen and Tickle Your Fancy, Duck Dash and Go. They're all right there. Kono has a chance as well as One Sweet Racy now begins to extend her stride. Tickle Your Fancy is running on strongly to the far outside. One Sweet Racy, here comes Tickle Your Fancy. One Sweet Racy, Tickle Your Fancy in a nose bob.
One Sweet Racy by One Sweet Jess from the race and free mare Miss Racy Vike. 6 career starts, has never been worse than third in those 6 attempts with 3 wins, 2 of those in Stakes Company. One Sweet Racy, bred in Missouri by Sunflower Supply Company, owned by Johnny Trotter. Trainers for One Sweet Racy, Trey Wood, Mike Joyner, and Christopher Odell. One Sweet Racy was also second in the Grade 1 Mildred N. Vessels Memorial Handicap, and was also second in the Grade 3 Decathlon Stakes, and third in the Grade 2 Juno's Request Stakes here locally. One Sweet Racy, your champion aged mare.
Mr. Trotter, I know that in some cases you raise your own to run, in some cases you buy them. Tell us a little bit about One Sweet Racy.
For several years, I'd look at the catalog and pick something out and have Blaine go look at them and say, if you like them, buy them for me. And he bought this filly, and can't remember exactly what happened to her in her freshman year, but we didn't get along very good with her. But she came along, and they did a real good job with her 3-year-old year. And I've had high hopes with her for this year, and sent her out there to Chris. He did a good job with her. We're real proud of her. Look forward to raising some good horses out of her.
Sounds like patience was the key, and you're rewarded for it. Congratulations.
Thanks.
On out to the champion aged gelding and the nominees. B.H. Lisa's Boy. Bodacious Eagle, winner of the Champion of Champions. He Looks Hot. Jesse's First Down, 2-time world champion. Major Bites, winner of the Zia Park Championship. And SF Hot Pass, undefeated in 4 starts in 2018. And finally, Zuma for Spuds, who won the vessel's maturity. The 2018 champion aged gelding is Bodacious Eagle.
Rain coming down, all set for the 7th. They're running in the All-American Gold Cup, and rearing at the start was Tough to Be, and Tough to Be is out of it. And it's Bodacious Eagle on the far side. Bodacious Eagle in front. Then Be My Pilot, Political Attraction. Then back to the outside, In Class at the rail. Rockabout, it's coming along fast. Bodacious Eagle. Here comes Rockabout it. And it's Bodacious Eagle, then Rockabout it. Be My Pilot was...
Bodacious Eagle shown there winning the Grade 1 All-American Gold Cup. Also winner in the Grade 1 Champion of Champions. And also was a winner of the Z-Wayne AZ Wayne Griffin Director's Trial. By one famous eagle from the Corona Cartel mare, Bodacious Eagle, earned more than $453,000 last year. Bred in Oklahoma by La Feliz Montana Ranch, owned by Johnny Trotter, trainers Justin Joyner and Mike Joyner. Bodacious Eagle, your 2018 champion-aged gelding, was also second in the Grade 1 Robert Boniface at Los Alamitos, and was second in the Grade 2 Mr. Jetmore Handicap. Here in Oklahoma City was third in the Grade 1 Remington Park Championship. Bodacious Eagle, champion-aged gelding.
What a special race the Champion and Champions had to be for you. We talked a moment earlier about what it meant to your family and how things that you do are several generations in the making. Tell us a little about this race.
You know what? A lot of good horses in that race. As you can tell by the finish, they were just lined up, from front to back. We needed to run a perfect race, and we did. You run that race 10 times over, and who knows? So we did it when we needed.
It was indeed a very impressive field. Congratulations, everybody.
Now we honor our champion breeder for 2018. As with our equine champions, the AQHA Champion Breeder, Owner, Trainer, and Jockey Awards are all determined by written ballot of the Champion Selection Subcommittee. The ballot will then consist of the top-ranked individuals with the best overall placing according to money earned, races won, and graded stakes performance. So let's now take a look at the ballot for the 2018 AQHA Championship Breeder, again in alphabetical order. We start with Mike Abraham, Edward Allred, Steve Burns, Bobby Cox, Grant Farms, Juliana Hahn Holt, Macaulay Land and Livestock, Danny Joe Miller, MJ Farms, also Reliance Ranches, Wetona Stanley, and Martha Wells. Your 2018 AQHA Champion Breeder is Grant Farms, LLC.
All set for the 10th. They're running in the All-American Futurity, and a fast break for MM4 in the morning. The extreme outside with Bad Habit Jess in between horses. Pilot Points Moon along the inside. Apocalyptical Jess and Tool is in the sky, is running big. Apocalyptical Jess from Tools in the sky. Then Normira's a la Luna, and I'm just Special V. It's going to be Apocalyptical Jess.
Grant Farms had 3 runners in that All-American Futurity. Grant Farms of John and Donna McPherson of Pineville, Louisiana. 361 starts last year, 58 victories in 2018. 73 starters raced, 361 starts overall. 73 starters raced, 16% win rate for Grant Farms a year ago, and again had 3 in that All-American Futurity. Stephen DeVille to accept on behalf of the McPhersons and Grant Farms.
I was very saddened when I learned that John and Donna couldn't be here due to medical reasons. Nothing serious. They'll bounce back. The timing was just bad. Donna took this business over after her late dad, Lewis Harrell, and what a treasured moment for them. Stephen, what message did they send with you in the event that they won?
They just wanted to say thank you to everybody who recognized their efforts in all these years and finally get here, and hopefully they can continue what they've already done, and they're so blessed to have what they have.
Well, extend to them our congratulations and get well soon.
The next award of the evening is the AQHA Champion Owner, and the nominees: Edward Allred, Scott Bryant, Darling Farms, partnership of Hubbard, Southway, Cope, and Rafter W. Melina Kvishin, Rogelio Marquez Jr., Mark and Annette McCloy, Paragon Farms, Reliance Ranches. Bill Robbins, Thomas Shekel, Charles Stojan, Christine Tavares, Johnny Trotter, Valeriano Racing Stables, Carlos Diaz de Leon Velasquez, and Martha Wells, all nominated for champion owner. The AQHA Racing's 2018 champion owner is Johnny Trotter.
And away they go, and the champion of champions. The one who came away the best was zooming for Spuds. He's a dash of fire to the extreme outside. Just a Cartel is now going to rally on Bodacious Eagle, and he looks out, and LD is back. Here comes Bodacious Eagle with zooming for Spuds. Just a Cartel is going to try to rally on. He's a dash of fire to the extreme outside. He looks hot dead along the inside, and a driving finish, and it's going to go on. Think of Bodacious Eagle just in front of Just a Cartel in a very close photo finish.
Super close. They were lined up across the track. Champion owner Johnny Trotter of Hereford, Texas. Earnings last year just shy of $600,000. Had 11 starters, including champions Bodacious Eagle and One Sweet Racy. Runners had average earnings of $54,289 plus per starter. Johnny Trotter winning his first award as champion owner by himself. He also shared in partnership the award in 2013 with Burnett Ranches. Here's Johnny Trotter, 2018 champion owner.
He's got directions from Mrs. Trotter.
Well, my old champion winning partner's getting put in the Hall of Fame tonight in Texas, the Cowboy Hall of Fame in Texas, Dr. Blodgett. So we all need to give him a round of applause. One time after a set of trials there at Ruidoso, I was walking out there and kicking rocks and saw Jim Pitts. He said, "I got to tell you, Trotter, I made a champion out of dashing as easy as 4 years before I won another race." I've been up here on this stage and got these before, but the most time I spent up here is when I was doing what Butch did. I was handing trophies out. But it's been a long time since we've been up here, and I really appreciate this. And that's about all you can say. Thank you.
Congratulations.
There's more to training racehorses than scheduling workouts and just picking races. Each year, AQHA recognizes one of the best trainers with an award named after one of the all-time best. The contenders for this year's title of Blaine Schwanevelt Champion Trainer in alphabetical order are Madi Arosa, Jesus Karate, Stacy Charette Hill, Clint Crawford, Wesley Giles, Justin Joyner, Paul Jones, Christopher Odell, Jason Olmstead, James Padgett, and Blaine Wood. The 2018 AQHA Blaine Schwanevelt Champion Trainer is Blaine Wood.
All in line. They're off. And off slowly was Apocalyptical Jess. Out quickly, Eagles fly higher on the inside. Flying Cowboy 1, 2, 3. Long wagon hole in the solid green. And Danger way on the far outside. It is Eagles fly higher. Flying Cowboy 1, 2, 3. Trying to get him in the Texas Classic Futurity. Flying Cowboy 1, 2, 3. Came on, but very close to the wire.
Blaine Wood, Ruidoso, New Mexico. Trainer earnings last year more than $4.2 million. The leading money earning trainer in 2018. Winning Grade 1 races with Apocalyptical Jess, Flying Cowboy 1, 2, 3, MM4 in the morning, and also Just Famous, training champions Apocalyptical Jess and Flying Cowboy 1, 2, 3. This is the first Blaine Schwanevelt Trainer Award for trainer Blaine Wood. Blaine Wood, your 2018 Blaine Schwanevelt Champion Trainer.
Any of us who have ever been blessed with the opportunity to tighten a girth on a horse know how tough it is to get one good runner in your barn on any given year, and yet you were blessed with these good horses this year. What can you tell us that made this year so extra special over other years?
We started out with 130. So but no, there's a lot of people in this room here that it's because of them. These people behind me, my family, assistant trainers, my son, wife, daughter. I couldn't do it without them. Ricky Ramirez, Raul, I think Cody wrote a few. I can't remember, but it's what we do. It's fun, and God bless us.
Well, congratulations to you and to your whole team.
Thank you.
The word jockey took its current meaning in the 1600s. Some of you were around back then. It's also referred to a horse dealer that could outwit someone in a business deal. Jockeys still have to outwit their competitors. And they also need to be physically powerful, yet lightweight. And they require whip crack reflexes and the ability to remain calm and in control, sometimes in the midst of chaos. Here is the list for this year's AQHA Champion Jockey. The nominees: Jesus Rios Ayala, G.R. Carter, the unretired one, Luciano Duenes, James Flores, Manuel Gutierrez, John Hamilton, Cody Jensen, Damian Martinez, Eduardo Nicasio, Raul Ramirez Jr., Ricky Ramirez, Everardo Rodriguez, Augustine Silva, Rodrigo Vallejo, and Luis Vivanco. Your 2018 champion jockey is Cody Jensen.
They're all in line for the night. They're running in the All-American Derby. Hot Stepper got away fast. Papa's Paint. Mid-track Wagon Chick V down at the rail. Fly, Baby Fly to the outside. He's limitless. And it's Hot Stepper, Papa's Paint, Fly, Baby Fly, Wagon Chick V. And then we have He's Limitless, Paint Your Fate. Hot Stepper, Fly, Baby Fly. But Hot Stepper holds her off. Hot Stepper denies her the Futurity Derby double. It is Hot Stepper, the winner of the All-American Derby.
Cody Jensen, the rider on Hot Stepper of Stanton, California. Jensen with 20 wins last year, 9 stakes wins, $2.5 million plus in earnings, finished top 3 in 61% of the starts, winning on champions Hot Stepper and Bodacious Eagle. Grade 1 wins included that race with Hot Stepper, also others with Bodacious Eagle and Wave Her Down. This is the third AQHA Champion Jockey Award for Cody Jensen, who also won in 2013 and 2014. Cody Jensen, your AQHA Champion Jockey.
You know, Cody, I've had the opportunity to listen to a lot of interviews, and they always want to talk about adversity and how you overcome injury and all of these sorts of things, but I'd rather talk about something a little more positive. I had the opportunity to listen to your speech when you were inducted into the Hall of Fame in Ruidoso this summer, and you really paid tribute to your wife. You know, there's a saying that behind every good man is a good woman. So tell us a little bit about the teamwork that you have that starts at home.
Yeah, my wife, she's been there when we were living in a fifth-wheel trailer trying to make our propane bill, you know, when we had nothing, just starting out, and she's been there through it all. And when you've had tough times like I've been through a few times and whatnot, you know, you got to have a lot of support. And in this game, you know, the show must go on, and everybody's out there doing their thing, and they still got to train their horses and race their horses and stuff like that. They're the only one that's really sitting behind you and trying to take care of business is this gal behind me, and she's the one that gets me through it. She's the one that's in maybe down times or thinking that I don't have enough oomph to come back from another one or something like that. She's the one that's always keeps me there and keeps me going, and you know, always behind me and always pushing me forward, and I couldn't do anything without her.
Well, that encouragement has helped you have the fantastic year that you had in 2018. Congratulations to you both.
Thank you.
Now we move to our Achievement Honors section of the night. We thank Butch Wise for helping us, and now move on to our final awards for the evening. We invite AQHA Executive Vice President Craig Huffines to the stage to help with these final presentations. He's been lurking the whole time. He's here. Our next recognition is one of three this evening that aren't determined by earnings or wins or points, but by simple hard work on behalf of American Quarter Horse Racing's industry. The Mildred N. Vessel Special Achievement Award recognizes an outstanding woman for her contributions to the American quarter horse industry in the last year. Millie Vessels was a longtime horsewoman whose father-in-law established Los Alamitos Racecourse on his Southern California ranch. She managed the track in its early days and later concentrated on her own Vessel Stallion farm in Bonsall, California. This year, the AQHA Racing Committee has selected Arizona resident Wendy Davis as the Millie Vessels Award winner. Wendy works as the director of the University of Arizona's Racetrack Industry Program, which produces many of the talented young people entering the racing industry year after year. She volunteers in many positions in the horse industry, not the least being the AQHA Youth Committee. She also helped create the AQHYA National Youth Racing Experience, and for the past 20 years, she's volunteered with it to help foster the love of racing in young people. Please help us in congratulating our 2018 Mildred N. Vessel Special Achievement Award recipient, Wendy Davis.
"20 years ago at AQHA, we started the AQHA Youth Racing Experience, and that's probably the first time that I knew Wendy. She brought a young lady into our barn as our first kid as part of that program, and we had several after that. But that first young lady became a member of our family, and it would have never happened had it not been for Wendy. And that program changes lives. I've witnessed it year after year, and kid after kid that grow up and stay engrossed in our program. So Wendy, we thank you for that. We appreciate you for tending to our next generation of horsemen. And what can you tell us about the highlights of your experiences?
You know, there is just nothing more fun than introducing young people to our sport. So, you know, it's just the best job in the world. And then to watch them go on either into racing or become an ambassador for racing, it's just one of those things that's the highlight of what I get to do every year.
Well, we at AQHA sure appreciate you because you volunteer countless hours in this endeavor on top of your day job, which keeps you quite busy at the University of Arizona. So you are so deserving. Congratulations.
Thank you, and I'd like to thank the committee so much for this honor. It means so much, especially with all the interaction we've had with the Vessels family. It makes it even that much more special. Thank you so much.
Congratulations, Wendy Davis. Each year, AQHA presents the Gordon Crone Special Achievement Award to a man who worked tirelessly in the past year to advance the sport. Gordon Crone himself was a long-time racing horseman from Kansas who worked to promote the industry in his home state and across the country. This award was first presented in his name in 1994. The association accepts nominations for the award near the end of each calendar year, and a vote of the AQHA Racing Committee determines the winner. The recipient of the 2018 Gordon Crone Special Achievement Award this year is Dwayne Sleepy Gilbert. Sleepy has trained numerous champions over his career, including two of the industry's all-time leading earners in Ochoa and Refrigerator. He's one of the sport's all-time leading conditioners. He's been involved in several racing organizations and been a mentor to young trainers getting started in the business. Again, join us in congratulating Sleepy Gilbreth, this year's Gordon Crone Award winner.
Sleepy, for a better part of my life, I've watched you and admired you, and I think you set a fine example to the younger generations of horsemen on how people should not only treat their business, but treat their fellow human beings. And all of us look up to you for that reason. So thank you for that, and that is a prime reason why you are the chosen candidate for this award. I thought I would make it easy on you and ask you to tell us a little bit about one of the highlights of your career, because all of us probably have our individual favorites, but you might enjoy sharing a particular one.
I'd have to say I'd been winning All-American with Joe.
Congratulations, and thank you for what you've meant to our business. Yes, sir.
It's mine and Joni's 53rd wedding anniversary today. And I wouldn't be here tonight if it wasn't for her and my daughter there, Dawn Abbott.
We talk about the woman behind the man, and this is a living example right here. So congratulations to you both and to you, Dawn.
Before we announce this year's divisional champions and AQHA World Champion, we want to present our final individual achievement award, the John Andrini Special Recognition Award, which honors a lifetime of service and dedication to the development, promotion, and enhancement of American quarter horse racing. We invite John's daughter, Adriana Andrini, to join Craig on stage to present this special award tonight. Nominations are submitted by members of the AQHA Racing Council, with the winner determined by a vote of the council. The John Andrini Special Recognition Award. This year we honor Mauro Zaborowski. Our first international recipient, Mauro has bred American quarter horses for more than 30 years and has tirelessly worked to facilitate and promote racing in his great country of Brazil. The country boasts many great racehorses and great racing, and this year, with help from Mauro, has taken significant steps to ensure clean sport in its racing and get its races officially recorded by AQHA. AQHA Director Vince Ganko said it's very fitting that Mauro received this award the first year it is offered in John Andrini's memory. Mauro and John were good friends, and John visited Mauro's Vista Verde Ranch many times as the two gentlemen worked together on endeavors to improve racing for the American quarter horse in Brazil. Please join us again in congratulating John Andrini Special Recognition Award winner Mauro Zaborowski for 2018.
I've had the pleasure of visiting Mauro in his home country of Brazil, and I've seen the hard work that he is doing there. He's leading the charge on bringing the level of integrity to the races at Sorocaba that liken ours, and so that we can record those races in the AQHA breed registry, so those of you who have pedigrees and the offspring go to South America to participate in races down there, those horses won't disappear off of your pedigree pages. So this is important work that we're doing, and he's bringing a level of testing and a level of integrity to the races so that we can do that. And it's a tough battle, and we certainly appreciate him for taking the lead on it. What can you tell us, Mauro, about that?
First of all, I'm honored to be here to receive this award with the name of Mr. John Andrini, a very good friend of us. And I want to thank AQHA for all the support with this fight against the drugs. And they help us in Sorocaba Jockey Club. We are now 100% tested races. And from the last 5 stakes and for now on, all the tests will be done here in Davis, in University of Davis. And I want to thank special for Mr. Butch Weiss. He helped us a lot with this, and Vince Janko. And also, all of the recognition we couldn't receive without the help of my son, Marcos Zaborowski. He's very supporters, and especially also the president of the Racing Commission of Racing in Brazil, Mr. Nilson Genovese. He works hard also with us. And now we have more fairest racing in the world, in Brazil.
Thank you, and we appreciate your hard work.
Thank you.
3 horses each year are eligible to be voted World Champion Racing American Quarter Horse: the champion 2-year-old, the champion 3-year-old, and the champion aged horse. Before we crown the world champion, let's meet our divisional winners once again. This evening, we awarded championships to 3 deserving freshmen who combined to earn more than $3 million on the track last year. They include champion Colt Flying Cowboy 123, champion filly Flash and Roll, and champion gelding Apocalyptical Jess. Now please join us in congratulating the 2018 champion 2-year-old, Flash and Roll. Flash and Roll by First Moon Flash from the feature Mr. Jess Mare Stylish Jess BR. Earned more than $1.2 million in 2018. 6 victories, 2 stakes wins, bred in California by Juliana Hahn Holt. Scott Bryant, the owner, trainers Mike Joyner and Justin Joyner. Winner of the Grade 1 Los Alamitos 2 Million Futurity and the Grade 1 Golden State Million Futurity. Flash and Roll was also a finalist in the Grade 1 Ruidoso Futurity. Flash and Roll, your 2018 champion 2-year-old.
Now we have another thing to add to her pedigree line when she decides to become, or when you decide for her to become a broodmare. How great that is for a filly. What can you tell us about this added honor?
This is just amazing. We had such a great year. I want to thank the joiners and the Carters and everybody involved. It's been a great honor. We had a very good end of the year.
In keeping with the way we traditionally do things here, we're going to ask each divisional winner to stay on stage, and then we'll award the ultimate world champion. So stay on board.
Flash and Roll champion 2-year-old. Next up, our champion 3-year-old for 2018. Earlier we presented the 3-year-old champion Colt title to KVN Corona, the filly title for 3-year-olds to A Political Lady, and the champion 3-year-old gelding to Hot Stepper. 2018, please help us in congratulating the champion 3-year-old, Hot Stepper. Hot Stepper earned more than $769,000 in 2018 by one famous eagle from the Tres Seis Mare Pandora. Hot Stepper bred in Texas by Fulton Quiensabe Ranches, ownership group of Hubbard, Southway, Cope, and Rafter W. Sleepy Gilbert. The trainer of Hot Stepper, winner of the All-American Derby and Texas Classic Derby, a pair of Grade 1 events, again third in the Mr. Jess Perry Derby and fourth in the Rainbow Derby, another Grade 1. Hot Stepper, champion 3-year-old for 2018. And again, we ask the divisional champions to please stay with us on the stage after your photos and comments.
Afford you an opportunity for a quick word.
We're still just 4 elderly gentlemen having a lot of fun. And it's really good to have partners in this business. I'd advise all you people that really want to run horses, get you some partners and enjoy it with a lot of other people.
We're happy for you. Congratulations.
Hot Stepper, the champion 3-year-old. The last division award of the evening for the aged champion. All three champions showed incredible talent in extremely deep races, as you've seen throughout the night. They include champion stallion Tarzanito, champion mare One Sweet Racy, and champion gelding Bodacious Eagle. Your 2018 champion aged runner is Bodacious Eagle. Bodacious Eagle by one famous eagle from the Corona Cartel mare, Bodacious Dream, earned more than $453,000 in 2018, and 3 victories, all in stakes company. Bred in Oklahoma by La Feliz Montana Ranch, Johnny Trotter, the owner, trainers Justin Joyner and Mike Joyner, all 7 attempts, found Bodacious Eagle on the board and was the winner of the Grade 1 Champion of Champions and also the Grade 1 All-American Gold Cup. Bodacious Eagle, stellar year in 2018 and a stellar career as well. Your champion aged runner, Bodacious Eagle, for 2018.
One thing I've really been amiss about tonight is thanking everybody that's had anything to do with any of my horses. And this horse in particular has been in the hands of 3 different trainers, and all of them have done an excellent job. I've got a lot of people to thank, but the people that you really need to thank, that we really need to appreciate and really need to thank, and I really appreciate, are the guys back here in the barn that are the grooms that are not here tonight. You know, that after the race, the next morning they tell you whether you cleaned up or not, how you felt going back to the barn. I can't say enough good about the people that I've been associated with in this horse business. It's all about the people, and I thank God every day for the people who've crossed my lives.
Congratulations.
And more especially my partner over here. John Bassett calls her, "What about me?"
Okay, we've asked all of our divisional champions to stay up on the stage with us here, and that's for a very good reason, because your AQHA World Champion American Quarter Horse will come from one of these 3 divisions. So please join me once more in congratulating all of these outstanding divisional champion racehorses. All right, here it is, the moment you've all been waiting for. AQHA is proud to present the 2018 World Champion Racing American Quarter Horse, and the big award and the crown goes to Bodacious Eagle.
And away they go on the champion of champions. The one who came away the best was zooming for Spuds. He's a dash of fire to the extreme outside. Just a Cartel is now going to rally on Bodacious Eagle, and he looks hot, and LD is back. Here comes Bodacious Eagle with zooming for Spuds. Just a Cartel is going to try to rally on. He's a dash of fire to the extreme outside. He looks hot dead along the inside, and a driving finish, and it's going to go on. Think of Bodacious Eagle just in front of Just a Cartel in a very close photo finish.
And we just mentioned all the accolades for Bodacious Eagle in 2018. Picking up the World Championship honor for the first time after a long and stellar career. Ultra consistent. Bodacious Eagle again, just shy of $500,000 in earnings last year, winning the Grade 1 Champion Champions and the Grade 1 All-American Gold Cup. Placed in all 7 of his starts. Owned by Johnny Trotter, trained by Justin and Mike Joyner. Bred in Oklahoma by La Feliz Montana Ranch. Bodacious Eagle, your champion, your world champion for 2018. And we should have just given Johnny Trotter a mic. Here's Jan.
Since this is a horse sale, I think we need to give everybody a little hope. Can you share with us how you first came to, what you paid for the reset mare when you bought this embryo?
Well, the better part of the story is I came over here to buy his mother. I went back there and looked at her and looked at another mare that I bought, Little Rebus Corona, you know her. And just as we were looking at Little Rebus Corona, Bobby and Bill came up and looked at him, and I said, uh-oh. And Janice said, what's that mean? And I said, that means we're probably not going to get her bought. And sure enough, we didn't. I went home and had a bank meeting. I had to go home, and Butch was bidding for me over the phone. She kind of slowed down at about 40,000, and then she took off, and we went to 100 just like that. And I said, who's bidding against me? He said, since 40,000, it's just been you and Bobby. And I said, well, hell, let him have her. He's going to buy her. I'm just costing him money. Anyway, the next thing in was an embryo out over by Bond's horse, that gray horse. Anyway.
Devin signature.
No. Wade Carver, yeah. Anyway, I think Paul Jones bought him, and then the next one, that's before anybody knew or cared a lot about One Famous Eagle. That was an embryo, and that's what I was buying her for, and I gave $8,000, I think. 7 or 8 or something. It was 6 or 8. I think I've heard both figures. I don't remember. 8. Butch says 8. I bet that's right. And he probably charged me a commission on it. but anyway, it's like I said a while ago. Man, this horse he's had lots of help from lots of people. He's been a warrior all his life. Blaine did an excellent job with him. You can go back and see what you did, what you should have done different, or what maybe should have happened different. But dadgum, he's had a lot of good trainers. He's had a lot of hard races. He's been hooked against the top horses all his life. I couldn't be more proud of him, and I couldn't be more proud of the people that have had a hold of him.
And I think you serve as a living example with a smaller investment, you still have the hope of a few years down the road be right up here on this stage enjoying these kind of accolades. And we're sure happy for you.
I bought a lot of those embryos, didn't turn out like that. Not to rain on your parade.
That's okay. Reality.
Bodacious Eagle, your champion, world champion for 2018. Congratulations once again to all of our champions throughout the course of the night. We'd like to thank a lot of people for making this possible this evening. Thanks go out to Raceview Network and all of the tracks for their wonderful videos and of race footage that you saw tonight for the winners. Another reminder, the AQHA Member Services team will be at the 41st Annual Heritage Place Winter Mixed Sale this weekend, January 18th and 19th, tomorrow and Saturday. So be sure to stop by the AQHA booth for all your membership needs. And we'll also have the Robin Glenn Pedigrees representative on site on Friday to assist in accessing the RGP catalog app and answering any questions that you might have. The OQ... Oh, I'm sorry. Johnny Trotter wants to talk.
Butch stopped me and told me I've got a guy at home that I need to praise and thank, and he'll be up putting cattle on the scales in the morning at 5:30, and he wouldn't do anything other than cowboy for me and take care of my horses. I think he'd work for a lot less than I'm paying him just to take care of those horses, and that's one of the reasons we get along like we do. Thank everybody again. Thank you, Janet. You too.
Trust me, it is great if Johnny Trotter wants to talk, because his words are gold, because he doesn't use many of them. So when he speaks, listen to him. Where was I? The OQHA will host a forum tomorrow morning, 8 a.m. We mentioned this earlier. We'll mention it again tomorrow on January 18th here in the Heritage Place Sales Pavilion to discuss mandatory hair testing for all horses set to compete at Remington Park this season. Representatives from the OQHRA, AQHA, and Remington Park will be on hand to answer all of your questions regarding this topic. Another reminder, if you were an award winner tonight, please join us on stage to pick up your trophy or confirm your address so we can ship the award to you, designed by Award Recognition Concepts. Thanks again to all staff here at Heritage Place for this great night, for letting us take over the sales pavilion for this proceeding. Thanks again to the production crew, and of course, AQHA Chief Racing Officer Janet Van Beber for allowing me to stand up on stage and share it with her tonight. Congrats to everyone. Finally, thank you all who are driving forces behind the AQHA racing industry, and we now invite you to enjoy the rest of your night and brag a little in the reception outside. Thank you once again. Congratulations to all of our champions, and good night for the 2018 ceremony.